Hello and welcome, this is My Drumming Part 15 and today we're going to have a look at a song by Pink, which is a song called Who Knew. Now previously in another video we did another Pink song which was Try, which was brilliant to do. The thing with Pink songs is there's loads of different patterns throughout them and the patterns will change slightly during them. And it might just be an extra couple of snare drum beats or an extra couple of bass drum beats, but there's just tiny little differences. So in this song, the music of which you can see coming up in a few seconds, you'll see loads of patterns. I think there's about 10 of them in the end, and the differences between some of them are just tiny. So I'm not gonna I don't know if I'll play all of them through. I'll think about it as the film is going along. But you'll see the differences and just get used to the tiny little changes in them. So cracking straight along, this is the first time I've done a song by an artist that I've previously done a song for. So I couldn't stop myself. I think in the previous Pink song I said I'm going to do another Pink one. So here it is. This is Who Knew. So pattern number 1. Now the end part of pattern 2 is the exact part of pattern 1. Now that makes sense when you see the music, so I'll put the music up now for you so you can see it straight away. Here it is. So there's the music. Coming into pattern 1, it's 4 bars, and if we count it in 2 sets of 8 like normal, so the first lot of 8, the snare drum comes on 3 and 7, with the bass on 1, 6 and 8. The next lot of 8, there's just snare drums on 3 and 7 again, but the bass drums just come in on the 6 and 8. So I'll play pattern 1 through now so you can hear how it goes. Pattern 1, straightforward. Pattern 2, the part I've just played is the second half of pattern 2. The first half of pattern 2 is very, very similar. It's just instead of the final bass drum beat happening on the second 8th count, there is no bass drum beat. Sounds a bit complicated, but I'll play pattern 2 through now for you, and I'll play it through a couple of times so you can hear how it goes. Start. Now, the difference between pattern 2 and pattern 3 is instead of a final bass drum beat at the end of the 4th lot of 8, it's just a double snare. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, just a 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of pattern 3. Otherwise pattern 3 is exactly the same as pattern 2. And actually whilst we're going through that we'll cover pattern 8, 9 and 10. So pattern 8, the only difference is no bass drum beats in the end 8 count. So there's 1 8 count, 2 8 counts, 3 8 counts, 4 8 counts, and the final 4 beats of the final 8 count is 4 on the hi-hat, 3 on the snare drum on beats 2, 3 and 4. So just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, as that builds up into the chorus. Pattern 9 is similar again, but there's just a slight difference in bass drum beats. So I'll play pattern 9 through because there is a slight difference here. This is how pattern 9 goes. And then pattern 10, the only difference is there's one moved bass drum beat. Yes, just one, just checking that. And 2 less snare drum beats. So pattern 10 is that's it. So I mentioned there was very much similarities between those patterns, and that's true in that. So I won't play all of them through in any more order or any more repetitions, because there's only just slight differences, and you can see when you have a look at the music. So going back to pattern 4, instead of hi-hats on every beat, they come in on the 1, the 3, the 5 and the 7. So pattern 4 starts with a cymbal, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So pattern 4 sounds like this. I'll play it through a couple of times. So I said a couple, but play it 3. You get the gist. Pattern 5 is exactly the same as pattern 4, but with no cymbal crash at the beginning. And then pattern 6 is the same again, but with an extra bass drum beat at the end. So a bass drum beat coming in on the 8. Now what I'll do is I'll play pattern 4, 5 and 6 in a row so you can see how they all sound. 4, 5, 6, then I'll go into 4, 5, 6 again, okay, because that's how they appear in the song. That's the 3 of them through. And then pattern 7 is this. One beat, there you go, simple. And that's the lot of them all the way through, so really quick blast through. I don't think there's really anything else to cover on that. Hopefully it's enough to let you see all the different patterns and how they go through. What you can now have a look at is how they all fit together, so I'll play the song through now in its entirety for you. This is Who Knew by Pink. That was about 15 takes through to get that right. I kept putting in too many bass drums, too few bass drums, too double snare hits, too few cymbals in the wrong places. There was one mistake that go, and I'm not going to do it again. So there you go, Who Knew by Pink. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.